Hey guys, welcome to episode 5 of the fourth season here at Barrow in the Youth Academy RTG. We have a raw, simple episode today, just 4 games in the month of October. And to be honest, after the hectic start to the season, kind of glad of a bit of a wind down, to be completely honest. Middlesbrough, Preston and Swansea will be the 3 that we play, and we'll sim the midweek one against Rotherham. I won't delay too much in jumping in, other than you guys have requested, or one of the most thumbs up comments in the past couple of episodes was to actually go ahead and sign Hefte. So, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sign Hefte. We'll bring him into the club. I can't necessarily guarantee that he could be an important player. I'll ask if he'll accept rotation. Hopefully he will. I guess important is better than crucial. We, as of yet, aren't playing with a formation with a cam. There is no reason why in the future we won't do something like that, so I have no problem signing him when he's assigned a cam position, and of course we could potentially look into moving him to centre mid anyway. I'll offer him like $8 grand a week, and they ordinarily should just accept that. Oh, they want a couple of bonuses as well. Fine, you can have them. We are in a position where there are a number of players that are on the fringes now of moving from Rotato to first team, but the form of some is keeping them out. I'll take Grasso off there, and we'll actually put... Actually, no, I'll put Grau Siskar in ahead of Vidal Pereira for the time being, at least. And then moving forward from there, I don't know what to do still continually with regards maybe changing Vidal Pereira to a centre-back. I'm still leaning away from doing that. But I need to look into seeing what we can do with Grau Siska with regards changing him to centre mid. So let's have a look actually quickly and just see what development plan wise that would actually take. Be quicker to search this way because he'll be listed as a cam. How long is it going to take to change you to an out and out central midfield? I don't think it should take that long, surely. 30 weeks. That's not a massive amount. So we'll do that for now. And he could just grow in that current area. Alright. I'm happy with that signing. I reckon that'll be good for us. Long term, it's probably the right thing to do. McMullen has supposedly peaked as well with regards to his growth. So we're getting to the point as well where perhaps some of the first team players are questionable as to how much further they can take us. We're in a weird spot right now where we're very good for where we are at the moment. But the potential to grow to take us to the next level with what we've got is looking less likely as time progresses. So we will have to make sure that we keep an eye on the free agents still, and with scouts going out on other regens at other clubs, because there will come a time where what we've got, whilst it's been good enough to grow and get us to where we are, might not continue that pattern all the way to the very top. Certain players like Bull, Tudor, Vermolen, etc. that have the potential to be special, or at least very close to the potential to be special, will probably still continue to take us to the top. But not everybody can come along for that ride, and we will have to get brutal at some point and wield the axe and chop some people out to fit some others in. Whilst they've both been scoring very well, neither Salem nor Tudor are listed on the little slate for top goal scorers in the league. The top goal scorer in the league has 9, and both Salem and Tudor both have 6 each. So while some teams are relying solely on one man to score all of their goals, we're getting goals from everywhere when it comes to getting the results that we have done. So we're still playing very well. We're getting positive results. We just need to keep that up. It doesn't matter who scores the goals, so long as the goals go in. And hopefully we can get some here against Middlesbrough. Do drop the video a like if you're enjoying this series, of course, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more. I'd very much appreciate if we could continue to hit 1,000 likes. You will notice from the way that I'm a bit nasally talking that I'm unwell again. Shock. For some reason, I've managed to pick up some sort of cold, flu-y thing for a 3rd time in the space of a month. So I'm having a whale of a time right now. But hopefully it doesn't affect my ability to play FIFA at all. I'll look for Salim through this gap. That's not Salim, that's Bilson. We'll lift it looking for Salim at the back post though. But Paddy McNair has done well enough there. Alho, left foot rocket. Over the bar. Salim. Cross into Alho and out wide to Bull. Look at Salim at the back post. If we could have timed the cross to perfection, could have done something there. Jenkins couldn't time his run to perfection either to try and close that down, unfortunately. Middlesbrough having an indifferent season so far. Find themselves 18th in the league. It's not the best starts for them. Best of starts for them. Some longer could give them a good start here in the game. But Prince is defending superbly, although he's gone a little bit too far. And Tavernier could give Middlesbrough the opportunity to take a 1-0 lead here early doors. They are one of the Championship sides that have been in the Premier League more recently. Obviously, in recent years, we've seen kind of the same sides yo-yo up and down. Watford and Newcastle and Fulham and Villa and Norwich and a couple of others as well that have kind of come down and rotated around a bit. West Brom as well, another. But Middlesbrough, they came up a few years ago and they were in the Premier League for a prolonged spell a few years prior to that. But outside of that, it's been a little while since they were a stable side at Premier League level. I always considered Middlesbrough because as a Premier League team, because when I was growing up, they always were in the Premier League with Ravanelli and Janino, etc. It's going to be a penalty here for us thanks to a handball from McNair there as the shot came in. Where was his arm? Well, I'm not sure about that one. That's a bit of an awkward one. We've gotten very lucky in this save so far that we haven't conceded too many penalties from handball. Keeper's gone the wrong way. So Lucas Bull will give us a 1-0 lead in the 25th minute. Can consider themselves unlucky there, Middlesbrough. But, I mean, we'll take everything we can get. All of the gifts are more than welcome. Morsey gets away from one. Gets away from two. Finds Hackney. And space here for Brown. Could find Hackney again. Does so. Good turn. Shot squeezed away. And we'll find the bottom corner. Vermeulen couldn't get across to it. You know, he's now got long sleeves at your guys' request as well. A couple of our players actually having that whole bug where some regens have super skinny arms for no legitimate reason whatsoever. Thankfully, changing his sleeves has actually given him larger arms again. But he's just squeezed that away. Oh, the defender was kind of right in front of him. And the only area he could really aim for there was that bottom corner. It's gone through the legs of the defender. And Vermeulen can't quite get to it before it's in that bottom corner. So great finish there from Hayden Hackney. And Middlesbrough have themselves an equaliser here. Birmingham take a 2-1 lead against Burnley. Burnley have won 12 of 12 so far this season. Are we about to see the beginning of the end of Burnley's unbeaten, 100% for that matter, streak? Birmingham take a 2-1 lead. And it's at Turf Moor too. Alho quickly forward to Tudor. Not many racing forward in support rapidly. Work this out wide to Bilson. And in there to Salem. And there's Tudor. Good touch and turn. Now where's Lucas? Come on, Lucas. Get yourself in the box. It's a tight angle. Oh, but Alho, early shot. Well blocked. Perhaps I should have gone out to Prince to try and cross it in. Jenkins has again come across to try and deal with that and hasn't gotten there. I can't bring Pumphrey across because there's too many men in the middle to try and deal with. In fact, the man at the back post, Campbell, has got two men to deal with, and now we're in real trouble as Brett Somblong is in the box, and all it takes is a perfect way to ball, and the man is free in the middle, but Vermeulen has come across to deal with it. Tavernier back to Spence, and that's going to go out for a goal kick. Middlesbrough look the more likely to take the lead here, but for the time being, we're holding on. Costa did say wanted to play. I am going to need him to feature midweek, of course, but for the time being, I'm quite happy to take Alho off and bring Costa on. He's had a great goal-scoring touch off the bench recently, Lucas Costa, so maybe he can do so again and win us this game. To Costa, not long left to go now. Not long left at all. Tudor across to Salem. Bilson will go. We'll find him. Keep it in, please, George. Thank you. Cut that back. Salem. Nice little dip of the shoulder. I lay this in front of Costa. That was the plan. McMullen can't get it under control when it eventually finds him. And now here come Middlesbrough. Well, that didn't go according to plan at all. It could go even worse if they score now. Brown racing away from me here. Birmingham. Oh, Burnley did take a 3-2 lead. We didn't hear about that, but Birmingham have pulled it back to 3-3. So it looks like Burnley's 100% record is about to come to an end, but they will still be unbeaten at the beginning of this season. We will squeeze that across there to Bull. Can we get the win here late on? Salem finds Costa, finds Tudor. Oh, I probably lost my opportunity to take the early shot there. Costa looking for Salem. Keep it in play. Samar, he won't be able to do so. And in fact, that's the final whistle. A draw against Middlesbrough. The opportunity to perhaps close in on Burnley unless they got a rather dramatic late fourth, which they didn't. Burnley's 100% record is over. although they are still unbeaten. 12 wins from 12, but now, is that the start of the decline? Probably not, but we'll see what we can do. We'll rotate against Rotherham, and hopefully against them, they're 22nd in the league, even further down than where Middlesbrough were. This should be a win for us. And it is 2-0. Bull and Chisholm. Bull coming on for Vaughan on the right-hand side, actually. And cutting in, presumably, on that left to get the... Oh, Portsmouth beat Southampton as well. That's a massive result. Not just for Southampton in their promotion fight, but obviously for the rivalry as well. Right, Preston in 9th coming up next. I might rotate a little bit for this if some of Rotato are fit enough, which it unfortunately doesn't look like they are. Actually, Grouse Scout could be fit enough. We'll throw him in. Doesn't yet have the morale or sharpness, but at least we can play him maybe a little bit further forward and get him in a cam roll so that he keeps those boosts. Where's the lowest we could actually put him? That'll be alright. Right, come on then. Let's see what Grouse Scout is all about. Back to Bull again. And inside to McMullen. Come on then. What can we do at Deepdale? Can you imagine if he'd whipped that 4th minute on his played debut straight into the top bins? Get there, please, Campbell. Thank you. Still waiting for a right back to pop up that would be worthy of being utilised in the first team. We don't have the greatest of wing backs. As good as we are in other positions, central midfield, central defence with Pumphrey. I'm going to sneeze. Bless me. As good as we are with ratings in other positions, wing back isn't necessarily our strongest option. Prince is solid enough, but he too is only 73 rated. Oh, Salem is in and gone, I hope. Yep. Seen the defender off and seen the ball into the back of the net. Samar Salem. What a player. We lead by 1-0 at Deepdale. That'll make me feel a little bit better. Give me that. Campbell does well. Just be careful here. Quite easily just misplace a pass or mistime a turn and get caught. Beautiful ball by McMullen. Through to Bilson. Salem is here. Salem arrives. Salem needs support, actually. And has it. If I can get it all the way across here. Lovely ball. No! What a block. Oh, Hefte. So very nearly the opportunity to give him an opening goal of his Barrow career. On his own, great positioning, but superb defending from Preston. I have that back. Thank you. God, how's this guy? Oh, let's just double check. Is he right or left footed? Pretty sure he's right footed. He is right footed. 4-star weak foot though. We're not actually training any of that yet, are we? So he'd still be good enough as things stand on either foot, you would imagine. Salem. Go on then. Tudor's there. Spin and bang. Spin and bang! 2-0. Oh, that's a sharp turn. Decent tackle too. Oh, deadly sweeping counter-attack. Sorry, it's about to be 3, lads. You don't stop Damian in those situations. He and Salem are going to be battling it out for the club top goal scorer Golden Boot Award all season long, it seems. Whether either of them will be battling at the top of the championship charts, I'm not sure. But the intra-squad battle is going to be very, very heated indeed. Salem has had those golden boots since their inception. But it looks like he might have some competition this year. Some stern competition from his Croatian teammate. Potts. Nice ball into Rafferty. Finds wrist. I tried to commit to the challenge there, but he did me. And they might get one back here. They will do. Sean Harrop thumps that one home. It's probably over. But that does add just a little hint of doubt into whether Preston might turn this round. Riss has done really well there. And then that's exactly where the ball needed to go for that. It's Sean Harrop. It's Josh Harrop. Who's Sean Harrop then? I swear there's a Sean Harrop as well. Sean Harrop. No. There's no Sean Harrop. My brain has completely made that up. Well done, Josh. You have scored a goal for Preston. Unfortunately, we've scored 3 before you've gotten that one. Out we go, Damian. Well up, Damian. Won that very well. He's going to go back central, and McMullen will drive forward here. I'm going to go all the way out to Bull. take a heavy touch, and then stand it up towards the back post. Just like that. Just like that. Damian Tudor with a hat-trick take about. Not perfect, is it? 2 with left foot, but now 1 with head, and a good header too. Leaning backwards, he's done the neck power to loop that. That's excellently done, because that's not just helping it on its way. That he's purposefully put all the power behind that and actually looped it whilst leaning backwards. That's a really, really difficult finish. Wonderful goal by Damian Tudor. What is that for the season now for him? 9? 9 goals in the Championship. Well, that might bring him back into contention for the Golden Boot in the league, let alone just in the squad. Salem going to have his work cut out to try and catch Damian up with the form he's been in this season. It's all about the Moroccan Harry Kane in the last episode. Now it's all about the Croatian Robin van Persie. I'm trying to think of a left footer. Robin van Persie maybe with his diving header. Go on then. We'll call Damian Tudor the Croatian Van Persie, and Salem is the Moroccan Harry Kane. You know who to try and close him down with there now. His defenders are well out of position. Rafferty has the option of Bayliss inside. Prince just comfortably steps in though. Tudor is still on the field for now, but he will be leaving us momentarily as we've made some changes. Got a comfortable lead now, so we don't really need to worry about keeping... Whoa! All of our best players on the field of play, they can have a bit of a rest. That might just be the best finish of the lot. Tudor's 3 goals were very good, but that volley from Samar Salem was pretty spectacular. He put his foot right through it. Nobody was stopping that, thank you very much. That's 5. That's a response from a disappointing draw against Middlesbrough, isn't it? Oh, the technique was so much better than I thought it was as well. The 2 changes, Butu Tau is going to come on for Tudor, who's going to get his moment in the sun, and a round of applause from the away travelling fans. And we'll also bring on Vaughan on the right-hand side for Bilson as well. So 2 changes for now, and 5 goals. Not necessarily flattering us either. We've been that good in this one. Win that header. Well up, Jenkins. He's headed it straight at McMullen, who's done well to keep that under control there. That arrived at him at quite some pace. At chest level, Graus Siskar across to McMullen, and Salem has Butu Tau with him. And Butu Tau, Salem! A hat-trick. I did think, I was like, I'll wait and see if they acknowledge it. Anything Damian can do, Salem can do just as well. 6 goals for Preston. 6 goals for Barrow against Preston. A hat-trick for each of the strikers. We are very blessed with our front line right now. Very blessed indeed. Final whistle sounds, and that game was all about 2 men. 2 men on the same side. 2 men on the same side in the same position. 3 goals for Damian. 3 goals for Samar. 6 goals for Barrow. If we lose either of those players through injury, we're screwed. We won't be losing either of those players through a sale. I can guarantee you that much, at least, in this save. Burnley back to winning ways. They've still only dropped that 1 set of 2 points with 1 draw against Birmingham. Birmingham, to be fair, are in 4th and actually having a very good season. We are only a point offside? Only a point outside the top 2. Although Watford do have a game in hand, which is frustrating. Our 3rd and final played game of the day. Costa, you'll get the chance. Maybe we'll rotate a bit more for the next game. Our next game was against the final game of the day. I can't remember off the top of my head. Swansea. Swansea at home. Swansea side that actually knocked us out the cup last year, didn't they? So a little bit of payback would be nice. It's a nice ball out to Bidwell. Humphrey's going to have to come across here. Bidwell could get an early cross in, has elected not to do so. Does still get a ball in, however. And Whittaker steals in at the near post to give Swansea an early 1-0 lead. No, not what I was hoping I was going to produce, actually, Derek Ray. When Bidwell turned back there, I didn't expect him to actually go back towards the byline again. Ordinarily, the AI tend to turn around and come backwards. I tried to anticipate what they normally do, and he didn't do what they normally do. And with 2 defenders with him, Whittaker has gotten away from both of them. And unfortunately, Snuck in at the near post and they've scored to give themselves an early 1-0 lead here, Swansea. That isn't what you want to see at the beginning of a game where you've rotated the majority of your full-strength starting 11 to give some other players a bit more of a chance. Unfortunately, they're not necessarily grasping that chance so far, though there is plenty of time to still turn it around. Inside to Fulton. Jake Fulton finds Roberts again. On Whittaker's free. No, it's Duncan. Oh, Vermeulen can't keep it out. He surely is only furious at himself there. That's a very much savable effort. It's well worked. Ball crossed into the back post, but the header is back at the keeper, and that's just poor from Vermeulen. Yes, I should have stopped the cross. Yes, we should have been marking him in the middle. But once the header came in, that is an easy enough stop there. He's hit him in the face and gone into the back of the net. And now we really do have a mountain to climb as Duncan gives Swansea a 2-0 lead here at home for us. That's not good enough. Well, we've barely had the chance to get forward, let alone actually cause their goalkeeper any problems. Chisholm will try and drive into this space now and cause them some problems. He could have gone down there. The leg was dangled by the defender. Whipped in, looking for Mason at the back post. That'll fall for Costa. His touch is poor as well. And nobody really performing as we know they can do. Or as we need them to so far in this game. Costa into Chisholm. It's opened up a little bit for Vaughan here. And I see Mason at the back post. He may even fall kindly for Tudor in the middle. Latibaudiere, though, does get rid of it. And he's had Damian Tudor in his back pocket all game long. But Rodri Pumphrey is in nobody's pocket, thank you very much. We have one back in stoppage time at the end of the first half. And our potential to be special centre-back comes up with a special header. Nobody was getting in the way of that. Nobody was denying him that goal. Centre-back was so taken aback by it, he actually took a step back there, Roberts on the line. I don't think he'd have stopped it anyway. He might have done, actually. Disappointing at both ends from defensive sides. Thankfully, our defender at the other end has actually put the ball in the back of the net and we're not out of this yet. But we could really do with a strong performance in this second half at the top and at the back. But unfortunately, at the back, whoa, they won't get a better chance to score a third. Open goal in front of him and he's let it come across his body and it's gone all the way out to the far side of the box where the angle just isn't good enough for him. Jamal Lowe is off the bench for Swansea now. Actually, I think I'm misremembering the cup game from last season. I think maybe we beat Swansea rather than losing to them. Tudor into... Oh, Chisholm, I tried to wrong foot the defender and it very nearly worked. 65 minutes played here. That's not a foul, ref. Good, well done. Get there first. Chisholm looking for Alho. Surely now Tudor can level things up at 2-2. There we go. There we go. Right, okay. There's still time to win this. Can we come from 2 down and completely turn it around? Good movement. Good football. Good goal. Game on. Forward. Flicked on nicely by Cullen to Jamal Lowe. Oh, he's gotten away from me there. And again. Jamal Lowe! Wow, that was wide. I thought that was destined for the back of the net. It's a hell of a run. And the shot was always just a whisker wide. Very straight, the effort. Very close, but not close enough to sneak in that corner and give Swansea their lead back. It's one of the best runs we've seen from an opponent player in recent times, taking it past a couple of the defenders there, as if they weren't even trying to tackle him, which I most certainly was attempting to do. Tudor needs support. He's not going to get any, and even if it was there, he didn't keep the ball himself to try and find it anyway. 13 minutes to go, and Swansea pushing to get themselves a goal to go back in front and to win the game as they thought they might have done at half-time when it was 2-1. Certainly thought they might have been getting an easy victory until we scored that one just before the break. But that gave us the morale boost and it's given us the impetus to push on in this second half, get ourselves level and maybe win it. Low out to Bidwell. Watford have scored a second. They've equalised against Sheffield Wednesday. That's a big goal for them because they drew their game in hand against us. So them dropping it more points, even though we're only looking like we're going to get a draw here at home against Swansea, we would still have closed the gap on Watford in that second automatic promotion spot. But with them getting a late equaliser there, they're going to ensure that the gap above remains at least 2. And if Swansea score here, which they are going to do, then actually Watford will extend their lead over us. Our fight back was for nothing. Barely any power on the shot. It's just trickled past the goalkeeper. Head in hands for Barrow fans. They can't quite believe what's just happened. We've come from 2-0 down, fought very, very hard to get ourselves level, only to have it all fall away right at the very end. Good movement, but he's just scooped it. He's just scooped it. Barely added any extra power on the pass, but he's found its way into the back of the net. And with the last kick of the game, Swansea win. All of our efforts to get back level in the game undone by one moment at the death. We scored right at the very end of the first. They scored right at the very end of the second. And unfortunately, it was their third goal of the game. That's taken the wind out my sails a little bit. We're now a full 3 points away from Watford, and their goal difference is better than ours. We are 5 points away from Stoke in 7th, though, so we still look decent for the playoffs, as Burnley do continue to win after their little mishap against Birmingham. Progress assessment for the boards. I'm completely fine with all of these as they are right now. That's genuinely going to happen this year with Vermaelen. 5 clean sheets in away matches. We've kept 3 clean sheets already in away matches, and we're only heading into November now here. We'll sim across to get those scout reports and hope that we can get a little bit better than we did last month. Literally, last month was so bad I didn't even bother showing you in yesterday's episode what we got from the scout reports. So that's how bad it was. Final scout reports come back on David Alvarez-Gogni. And whilst physically he does look very good, 75 stand tackle, 73 slide tackle, he's all right, you know. But we would have to buy him because he's at Leverkusen. And buying a player isn't necessarily what we have the financial capability to do right now. We do still have... oh, no, I removed him. I've scouted Filip Lazovic. Or we are... There you go. Let me add him to the shortlist so you can see all of his stats in the usual setting. He's a left back that could be quite good. No, he's certainly got the pace for left back, whilst his tackling stats are pretty terrible. 6'1", 70 jumping. I mean, he could be utilised as a centre back. He looks more like a winger, though, to be fair, doesn't he? With the ball control, the crossing, the dribbling, the heading accuracy. Technically, in passing and defensive stats, he's not that good. He's kind of a left wing back that doesn't really excel anywhere other than delivery from a cross. I don't know what to do there. Lazovic could be a good option at left back. He could be a good option at centre back if we trained him, but I don't know. He's valued at 4.6, so I could afford to buy Alvarez-Gogni. I could afford to buy him. 76 acceleration, 89 sprint speed, 89 jumping. Let me know what to do there. I might buy him in January. I very well might buy him in January, although Jenkins is growing well. He's up to 70 this year. Intriguing. Really intriguing. Let's see what we get in these youth scouts. I'm not going to sim yet. See what we get from these youth reports. That's going to be a no. That is going to be a no. Are we going to get anything at all from these again? Or am I actually... Well, I might as well show you them this month, since as I'm halfway through already. But it doesn't look like it's that promising from Ghana or from Croatia, does it, so far this year? Maybe Brazil will offer us the worldie that we're hoping for. 72 to 94... £200,000 current valuation at 17. He's not going to be that highly rated. That's not going to be good enough. There's got to be someone that's just spectacular, surely. But it appears not so far. Well, we live in hope. We live in hope. Next month is, again, a little bit more straightforward. Just 4 games before the busy Christmas and January period begins. Of course, we'll have FA Cup football drawn in at the beginning of January as well. In fact, it may well come at the end of December. That will be split into 2 months. Or 2 episodes, sorry. But tomorrow, Cardiff, Southampton, which is a big one. Birmingham, which is also a big one as well. And Stoke. Some very important games tomorrow. Right, that'll do for us today. Let me know what to do with that centre-back. Obviously, we're not at January yet and won't be for a few days, so can't act on that feedback just yet. But by the time we get to January, I will be able to act on your feedback. So maybe we might find another centre-back coming in from Leverkusen, the young Spaniard. Perhaps. We'll wait and see. That's all for now, though, guys. Thank you very much for watching. As ever, do drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And hopefully, by the time I come to record the next one, I'll be feeling a little bit better. I'll see you later.